This is 5 on your side at 5. Focused on you.
Tonight, an Illinois family is searching for answers after their teenage daughter was killed in a car accident. Thanks for joining us. I'm Mike Bush.
I'm Kelly Jackson. Maddie Best was a student at O'Fallon Township High School and was only 16 years old. 5 on your side's Diamond Palmer has more from her family.
An O'Fallon, Illinois family is left with a hole in their life forever. Their daughter, Maddie Best, was 16 years old when she lost her life in a car crash over the weekend on Bowler Road. Madeline Best was known to her friends and family as Maddie, a junior at O'Fallon Township High School who was heavily involved in student council and the tennis team. On October 21st, Maddie was in the backseat of a car with 3 friends when it crashed into a tree on Bowler Road, according to her father. He says everyone was wearing seatbelts at the time of the crash. His daughter was found unconscious at the scene and later died at the hospital. Right now, the Best family says they're still searching for more answers from the St. Clair Sheriff's Department, which is investigating the crash.
It's still in the process of being figured out, and that's hard. You know, because we want answers and we want them now, and I want all the blanks filled. And it was an accident, and we just have to wait.
Right now, the Best family says they're continuing to process losing their daughter and will be using this week to finalize funeral arrangements. Reporting here in O'Fallon, Diamond Palmer, 5 on your side.
A man who hit a deer and stopped to move it to set it aside is now dead after an SUV hit him. This was in South St. Louis County on Tesson Ferry, south of Afton. Police say the driver hit a deer around 5:30 this morning. He was out of his vehicle trying to move it off the road when an SUV hit and killed him. The driver did stop and is cooperating with police. The man who died has not yet been identified. Tonight, police are investigating an armed carjacking in a church parking lot.
Yeah, it happened after a charity event over the weekend, and a 17-year-old was the victim. 5 on your side's Mercedes McKay has the story out of Richmond Heights.
Saturday night, nearly 200 people filled this Richmond Heights church gymnasium.
Everyone was dressed up in their, gangster outfits and top hats and fringe and fur.
Everyone decked out in the Roaring 20s theme, there to support Special Spaces St. Louis.
This is our annual fundraiser that we, pretty much fund the year of rooms with.
The nonprofit creates dream bedroom makeovers for cancer children undergoing treatment. Co-director Keelan Schwagel says the night was going off without a hitch until a brazen crime ruined it all.
We're trying to really help people, and it's really heartbreaking that this goes on.
A little after 9 p.m., a 17-year-old volunteer was carrying out items he won at the silent auction and was carjacked at gunpoint.
He said that they were loading the things into the car, and a car pulled up and a guy jumped out, and he's like, "Give me your keys." And it was that quick. I mean, they just threw the keys and he took off.
Not only did the crime take place during Special Spaces charity event, it also happened while priests and families were in the playground with kids after Mass.
We felt safe there. I felt safe at the parish, the church. In, Richmond Heights, I felt safe there, and, now I don't.
It's a feeling that Schwagel is experiencing more and more of lately.
It's really upsetting, too, because I've been born and raised in St. Louis. And it's just happening so much in so many places, and it kills me.
With the cruelty now hitting so close to home, Schwagel says it's time for officials to step up.
I really hope that our leaders in our community can get a handle on this, and we can curb some of this violence. It's sad.
In Richmond Heights, Mercedes McKay, 5 on your side.
Now, Richmond Heights police told 5 on your side the stolen car was found this morning abandoned in East St. Louis, but we still don't know if the auction items the teenager won were recovered. Today, Hamas released 2 more hostages just days after it released 2 Americans it kidnapped. The hostages released today are 2 Israeli women. One is 79 years old, the other is 85.
The U.S. wants Israel to delay a ground invasion in Gaza to work on the release of other hostages. The Biden administration also wants more time to provide humanitarian aid. Israel has been at war with the militant group Hamas for more than 2 weeks following a surprise attack. Israel is increasing its aerial strikes against Hamas in Gaza, which have killed more than 5,000 people. More than 1 million civilians in Gaza are displaced. Aid trucks have arrived, but relief groups say there needs to be far more coming in.
The situation is extremely difficult. What we're hearing from our partners in the health sector other than working around the clock to attend to the wounded, the supplies are extremely low, including hygiene supplies. Imagine a hospital that cannot be cleaned because there are no hygiene supplies. This is not only a major health situation related to those who are wounded in the airstrikes, it is also a major risk for a public health crisis if we're not able to have clean water for the hospitals and if we're not able to clean the hospitals.
Israel is preparing for a ground attack. The defense minister says the operation in Gaza could take months. You can get updates on Israel's war against Hamas on KSDK.com. And for a link to those stories, text the word Israel to 314-425-5355.
St. Louis City has open applications for its Guaranteed Basic Income Program. The program uses money from the American Rescue Plan Act. It provides $500 a month to eligible families. Applicants must live in the city limits. You have to be a parent or legal guardian of a child under the age of 18 enrolled in a city St. Louis school. Your household had to be financially impacted by COVID. There are income requirements. The total income of all household members must be less than 170% of the federal poverty level. We have a link to the application on KSDK.com under the As Seen on TV section. St. Louis is pushing to crack down on short-term rentals. New rules to regulate the growing industry are on Mayor Tashara Jones's desk.
She says she will sign them into effect. Our political editor, Mark Maxwell, is live outside City Hall with what you need to know.
Kelly and Mike, good evening. If you own your home and rent it out on occasion, or maybe rent a spare bedroom here and there, this would not apply to you. But if you own a duplex and rent the other half to short-term stayers, or maybe an investment property, well, you'll soon need to ask the city for permission, and your property tax bill will go up to commercial rates. Mayor Jones has been pushing City Hall for some time now to crack down on these short-term rental properties after complaints of a rash of shootings or noise complaints at several of them. The Board of Aldermen voted Friday 11-3 to approve Alderman Brett Narayan's plan. Property owners who register these short-term rentals will have to pay nearly double at the commercial property tax rate. The rules also set a 2-night stay minimum. It caps owners at 4 rental properties citywide per person, and it taps police to monitor those complaints. Any property with 3 complaints in a 2-year span will get blacklisted.
And we want the ability to just shut them down.
We are inundated with short-term rentals that have taken away from our supply of housing, causing prices to rise, and contributed to threats to public safety.
When a permit is revoked, the city can move in and shut it down.
In extreme circumstances, the city can shut someone down after just 1 complaint. Tonight at 6, we hear concerns from aldermen who voted against the proposal. They fear it might stifle the ability from some homeowners in the area to supplement their income, perhaps even driving some people out of St. Louis. Live downtown, Mark Maxwell, 5 on your side.
United Auto Workers expand their strike while the union says it's targeting one automaker's largest factory.
The House meets again to select a new speaker when they will nominate a 3rd candidate.
Cold season is already here. Tonight, our Verify team explains why viruses come along with the colder temperatures.
And colder temperatures are coming. Look at the trick-or-treat forecast on the evening of Tuesday. So we're talking 40s right now, though we're at 81. Very dry, breezy, and rain chances are ramping up. We'll talk about it coming up.